those of you...
Hello and welcome. It's only the third segment of the show.
Yeah.
So we got our buddy as a guest here tonight, Mr. Mike B. Tattooer from Bound for Glory Tattoo, and an avid comic book fan. Hello, Michael. Hi, Mike. You can move it a little closer if you want.
So,
Michael just grab it when he talks. That's what he
the
does.
secret origin I was talking about earlier. How did you first start reading comics, and what were the events that brought you to Comic Book Jones?
Well, I guess I'm pretty old.
You're old?
Yeah, I mean, I'm old enough. There wasn't too much stuff on television, and stuff like that when I was a kid, so you read comic books.
So you just picked them up like newsstands? Like
Yeah,
that?
pretty much.
Do you remember what your first comic was?
I'm kind of embarrassed to say, but it was in Namor the Submariner.
Well, it's that embarrassing. Fucking Namor's awesome, man.
I don't know, I think the tights kind of like moving me out.
And the wings on his feet?
The wings on his feet, definitely, yeah.
So you
You know, there are rumors that Universal might be making a Submariner movie.
These are one of the first superheroes made.
One of the oldest
mutants.
I guess I got street cred now.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, so it was named. So did you like it? Come on, be
It
honest.
opened the door.
Okay.
It was the gateway drug.
Was there another character in it that like you got interested in and then sought out that character?
Bro, I'm lucky I can remember yesterday.
I'm just asking. So then after Namor, what was next?
I know the usual Spider-Man.
Did you buy him yourself?
My dad bought them for me.
Okay.
Yeah, and I started buying them myself.
So you would just like bring home some
Yeah.
comics and be like, here,
Yeah.
check these out. Was your dad into comics? Or?
He was, and he had a scumbag for a mother, and she threw all his shit away. I mean, he probably had some pretty interesting stuff, and I guess that's why he started buying stuff from me.
Yeah.
You know.
So like when you would read, would he talk to you about the characters and stuff? Would he read them too, or no?
No, I just kind of, thought that's what I wanted to do because I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was a nice way to shut you up for 10 minutes?
I guess so, yeah, probably.
So now, is it comics when like did you start drawing? Looking at comics, did you start copying them and stuff like that?
Probably one of the first forms of art that I fell in love with was comic book art.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a very good comic book artist, but I've always liked the artwork.
I don't know, you did a pretty good job with the Gargamel Tiger. And by the way, this is the guy who tattooed my tattoo of Tiger
Sorry.
as Gargamel.
It wasn't all my brain time.
Oh, I know that. It's an
Still
awesome tattoo. So.
I think it was awesome. The process was a lot of fun. and Mike just having to stop every 10 minutes or so just to giggle a little bit with me. as Gargamel / Tiger came more and more to life.
It's just a laugh ride every time I'm with you.
Yeah.
I just expected at this point this ridiculousness. And I'm not even surprised by seeing this every day. I have to look at that fucking thing.
It's kind of tame compared to the rest of the stuff.
No, yeah. I mean, I've always thought that, now that you mention it, Tiger, it's got to be kind of funny. I just forget that it's on my arm. It's not really in a place that I look at it all the time. But every so often you must catch a glance and be like, what the fuck?
I'm the same way. I don't, think to look at it. I forget about it. Then I'm like, fuck, that stupid thing's still there.
I'd be very flattered. I mean,
No, I am.
not
It's
every
awesome.
day someone
Come on,
It's
tattoos
very
for
true.
their friend,
Oh, I think the best part about the tattoo is everyone's reaction. You, Mike, Nick, everyone just waiting until I saw it.
Yeah.
It's like Christmas morning.
We were all just so fucking excited.
Actually, I think you texted me the day when you got it. You're like, I can't wait to show you what I got tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
I was like,
And
I don't know what to expect.
then when I came in and I showed it to him, he just put his head down, closed his eyes, shook his head, put his head in his hand. What is wrong with you? That's our favorite. The reaction was perfect. What is wrong with you? It wasn't even really laughter or anything. It was just, what is wrong with you? which I couldn't ask for a better reaction. So then, at what point did you rediscover them? So how old were you when your dad was bringing you comics?
Probably around 7 or 8.
Okay.
I suppose.
And then when did you start buying them on your own?
I guess I just moved out of my house. I was kind of bored, and I started going to and reading comics again. I'm trying to think. Walking Dead probably wrong with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that would have been
Was that
5?
Walking Dead is actually 2004.
Yeah.
when it first came out?
Yeah, you actually.
2003.
You started reading when it
First
started?
couple, yeah, when it first started, he gave me the first couple trades along with. I'm trying to think what else he started me out on. That's all I could really remember.
Wow, so it went from your dad,
To you.
your dad to me.
Yeah, to you.
Wow, me and your dad. So I'm like a dad to you.
Yeah,
Little Mikey.
Yeah.
Named after myself.
Yeah, no, there was a bunch, you were always cool like that. You'd always like steer me in the right direction, so you always took your word and all that.
Because I remember for a while, like you were really into it, and then you kind of fell off.
Yeah, fell off.
But like in the past few weeks, you've been back with a fucking voracious vengeance that I haven't seen you.
I'm getting a little
Yeah.
tired of television, and I'm not very impressed with movies anymore.
Mhm.
So I gotta find a different way to keep my creative juices flowing.
Right.
There you go.
You know?
It probably helps looking at a lot of different art styles and stuff too.
Yeah.
To a
no, it
degree,
helps.
right?
Yeah, it helps definitely.
I mean, I always found that interesting that like a lot of like comic artists, they'll admire other artists, but they almost try to develop their own style in a way where, I mean, am I right? Where being a tattooer, you want to have your own style, but you still, you can't help it. People bring you in so much artwork and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
That, what are you gonna do? I mean, like, how often would you say you, aside from working on people, how often would you say you just do you ever just sit down and draw?
Yeah, all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you have like a sketchbook and.
Yeah, I mean, it become after a while it becomes a job, and you lose enjoyment because you're pretty much
Sure.
commissioned. You get commissioned to do stuff.
Yeah.
So you have to keep finding the love for it every day.
Yeah, it's like me. I used to love to on the street recommend comics, but now I'm fucking sick of it because it's just a job. No, it's not true. That was meant to be funny. Sorry.
I had an image of you like peddling comics on the street.
Yeah.
It was just a trench coat on,
Yeah.
trench coat and a pair of house slippers.
So now the other question is what Ed? What
Oh, what were the events that brought you to CBJ?
This fine gentleman.
meaning me?
How long have you been doing that?
How long do you know each other? I don't know.
We've been in the same circle probably for about 20 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, if you go back to grammar school,
Yeah.
because we both went to the same grammar school.
You guys know each other from grammar school?
We
Yeah.
don't know each other.
We don't know each other.
We know the same people.
Oh.
We probably had a fist fight once or
Would you have
twice.
been?
who knows?
You would have been at the same time though?
Huh?
You would have been in grammar school at the same time?
When-
No. Well, Mike's a year younger than me.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So-
was 88, you were 87, correct?
Yeah, I graduated in '87.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Bonaventure.
Just the Bonaventure, man.
Yeah.
The Bonaventure was tough.
She was tough, Seamus.
Yeah, that's right, the dog, right?
Dog Seamus.
I forgot about that. She wouldn't. In the winter, she wore if it was like really freezing, she wore a windbreaker. And like if you were cold, like she'd be like, "Oh, the cold's good for you," you know. Like it's funny. Her name was Bonaventure, and she was like a big one of those big nuns that what I mean. She was intimidating and could fucking make you sit the fuck down with a look.
The sexuality was intense.
The sexuality was intense. Is my
Do you remember, but here's a question for you. Do you remember Sister Linda?
Of course I do. Yeah, I had
She
her.
was the last
I had
one
her
to beat me up besides my mother. Sister
Yeah.
Linda.
Oh, she had a mean tug, man. I remember we were lining up when we were outside for lunch, and I was supposed to be going back in, and somehow I started to like wander away from the lines, and she grabbed me and pulled me back. Now, Sister Olinda was a Filipino nun who learned English in Germany. So she fucking had this like sick German accent, And I remember her grabbing me and saying, "Do you want to be stolen?" Because I was wandering away. Huh? You want to be stolen? And I'm like, "No, I don't want to be stolen. I don't want to be stolen." Yeah, she was kind of nuts, man. But she had the same haircut as Shirley Feeney.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah.
For all you youngins. Jesus Christ, I make some references and people look at me like I'm crazy.
You'd have to be there, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
You had to be there.
So right now, what are you digging? Still Walking Dead.
Yeah, definitely Walking
Are you
Dead.
up to date on Walking Dead?
Yes, I am. I finally caught up.
Nice.
You just bought all of Crossed.
Yeah. I was,
Everything.
Yeah, I was quite surprised. I went through those in maybe 2 days.
That was great though, because you bought trade 1, then you called like 2 days later, and you're like, put 2 through 8 on the side.
Yeah, man. It's really, really fucked up.
But you did Garth Ennis a lot. Now Preacher, was that something I turned you on to then?
Yeah.
Or it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I thought that was something that you had read before. Yeah, Preacher,
No.
man. Let's hear it for Preacher. You haven't fucking read Preacher. Especially if you're a Garth Ennis fan, or you're remotely interested in Crossed and you think his work on Crossed, you should really go back and check out Preacher, because Preacher it's one of those books that just gets better with every single trade, and it starts off with a bang. So somebody who has the Word of God. Hey, what are you gonna do? So now Crossed, you started reading Saga.
Yeah.
Saga, which when I recommended it to you, I know I love it. We all love it here at the table, but I know you like some of the darker stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Saga, it can go to dark places, but it's really not. I mean, did you dig it?
Yeah, I totally got into it.
I mean, what is it that you liked about it?
It's still got some elements, some dark sides to it. But
Mm-hmm.
I guess I like the whole space,
Yeah.
stuff. Like when you told me, you described it as like an adult kind of Star Warsy.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I mean, there's bounty hunters and different kind of creatures.
See, I was worried that when you found out that their starship was a tree, you'd be like, all right, this is fucking bullshit. Roll it up and beat me with it.
It's completely weird. But
Yeah.
I like how creative it is.
Yeah.
Visually, it's insane.
Yeah. Do you like Fiona Staples' artwork?
I dig it
Mhm.
a lot, yeah. Especially the gigantic dude with the gigantic balls.
Hard.
Hard, yeah.
Yeah. You have a big club too and shit.
Yeah.
I think so. Just so you know, interesting fact: Fiona Staples, you'll never find any original pages of her stuff because she does it all on a tablet.
Oh, cool.
All of it's done on a
I've
tablet.
actually been doing a lot of my stuff on the tablet.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yep.
Can you use that in lieu of like the light box? No, right?
Yeah, you can. I
Oh, really?
It's almost like cheating,
Uh
but I really don't give a fuck.
huh. But why do you feel like it's cheating? Though?
Because
You still have to move the pen, right?
That's just an
Yeah,
excuse.
just it's an excuse, but there's just this purist. You want to draw on paper.
He's a purist, apparently. Or he may have thought you said Puritan.
No. Just makes things a lot easier. You don't waste paper.
Yeah.
You can click back and your mistakes go. I make a lot of mistakes, so.
You can
So
probably
when
get stuff done faster too, right?
Yeah. It's a little bit better. I could draw in the dark when my wife is sleeping. Because it's illuminated.
No, you could do that with a light box.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, but like I said,
light
you could
box.
cheat because you could do a rough sketch and then it's like Photoshop. You put another layer down. You
Yeah.
could draw over that and refine it. It's more enjoyable.
Do they have programs for tattooers?
No.
No,
It's
huh?
all just like a regular Sketchbook Pro and like all those just, trying to think of the big one. There's like 2 or 3 really, in-depth drawing programs for it. I'm sure, a lot of comic artists use it.
Mm-hmm.
I know that, now they're coming out with the pressure sensitive styluses.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I know that what got me into using it.
Tiger has a pressure-sensitive stylus.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why Tony's laughing
Sorry,
so
Mr.
hard.
Chico.
That over my head. Horrible.
Oh, there was a question. There was a good question that I just had and I lost it. Anybody have any questions for
I
Mike?
have questions.
Yeah? All right, a question from the studio audience. Come on over. Read his baby faces, Mike. Steve Martinez, Mike.
What kind of tattoos do you hate doing the most?
I don't know.
Like you just like don't like them. You're just like, what's going on
It's
here?
not the tattoo. It's probably the person.
Not you.
If someone's cool, I don't care doing whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we live on an island of mostly complete
You can
assholes.
curse on it. Say whatever the fuck you want.
Fuck nuts.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I was just thinking of a creative way to describe this scum. There really is no other way.
Well, I mean, have you ever had a point where someone was unhappy with the work you did for them?
No. Thank God, no. But there's a lot of ignorant people. You know, it's mostly the person. Since we're on Staten Island, we get a lot of religious type of tattoos, which are generally cool. I like religious art, but not when it comes to some ignorant fucking posse and asshole.
But like what? Give us an example. Like what would it take? Like the praying hands? What?
No, it's not. All right. Let me give you
The Sacred Heart of Jesus?
So someone comes in, they want to get a Christ head. Okay, so immediately, you know, I'm a little.
Wait, and let me get. It's an Italian guy who just won't stop talking about the moolies.
Yeah.
Wow, no way.
Hey,
My fucking family.
let me get some fucking juji fruits, some bonbons, and the fucking movie's gonna pay for
They
it.
all want like angel and fucking good and evil, like fucking theme shit. And they're all the same. They share the same brand. But I'll start fucking with them a little bit, and I'm like, so I'll show them a picture of Jesus, and you know, it's the Jesus that guys that tattoo normally like to tattoo. You know, the crown of thorns, and you know, the blood, and you know,
Looking up,
and,
yeah.
Why have you forsaken me, person that doesn't exist? You know, all that shit. We'll show them that, and they're like, wow, man, I want them to be happy looking, and it's not. God.
So we want you to tattoo Buddy Christ.
It's getting it's a fucking wood. It's built as a boy, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, you know, you'll show them and they'll go, oh, no, what about this one? And of course they pick like the fucking Snow White. I was like, oh, so you want white Jesus? They go, what do you mean white Jesus? I'm like, you know Jesus Christ lived in the Middle East, right? He probably looked like Osama bin Laden.
Oh.
And they get all fucking offended. Well, whoa. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you fucking kidding me? It's like you lay a little knowledge on them. They can't handle it.
They can't handle it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Those are the people I really don't like.
Yeah.
Ignorant people. So it doesn't matter what they get.
It's funny, like for us, the contrast to that is when somebody comes in, when a bro comes in and is like, I got 40 fucking deaths in Superman. Still in fucking plastic, bro. Still in the fucking first editions. How much you give me? Nothing.
But they're mint.
What do you mean? They're not worth anything?
I gotta put new rims on my Monty.
Do they even make Monte Carlos anymore?
I'm sure they got them in their garages. In fucking condition.
No.
Steve wants to ask another question.
Go ahead, Steve. Come on.
When you draw like the art you draw like for fun, where do you get a lot of your influences from?
Well, there you go.
Wow.
If certain artists that you're into,
Oh, like history,
comic or otherwise.
like history wise,
Most of
anything
the
like
stuff
that.
I draw isn't really, well, a good percentage of it isn't really tattoo influenced artwork.
Like when you're doodling, you ever draw a picture of me? Just fun.
I don't think I'd be able to represent you. Well
A Muppet. Just draw a Muppet.
enough. Just a question mark. Awkward question mark.
I was talking to you and Nick Caruso recently, who's also over Bound for Glory, and you guys were saying that a lot of people are coming in for face tattoos now.
Oh yeah, it's like the new thing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking scumbag Lil Wayne probably everyone wants to.
I'm with you. I can't stand Little Wayne.
Do you know from personal experience?
No, I just got one to stop making stupid motherfuckers rich and famous. That's all I gotta say about
I agree.
I agree.
No fucking talent.
Mm-hmm.
Pack.
Auto tune.
May I add that I love your liberal use of the word scumbag, by the way. It's
Scumbag.
fucking beautiful.
But no, seriously. I mean, like, who's coming in for the face tattoos?
I don't want to say anything that you get me in trouble.
People.
What do they get?
People.
Yeah. What do they want though? What tattoos do they want on their face? No, tribal shit like Tyson or
Like some fucking guy walk. Nah, you don't really get. Most of the people that get like that gangster shit out of their homies do it. They only want to spend about $2.50 on a tattoo, so they don't come in plus. But I don't know. The last one we had come in, the guy wanted a Yankee symbol
On his face. Yeah, see, I think you told me that, yeah. What, like on the side of his, like above his eye, like going to his cheek? Like,
Yeah.
or like right in the fucking middle, man. Like over his nose and his
I
lip.
probably would have done it. One in the middle, I probably would. No, I wanted it, you know. Unless someone's really covered in tattoos, we usually turn those people away.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be responsible.
So you wouldn't like if someone came in asking to make their face into Mr. Bat, you wouldn't do it.
No.
Actually, tattoo like the color.
Question is that.
That'd be great if that was Babyface's second tattoo. Mike, can you do my face like Mr. Met? Do my face like Jack Tripper.
One New York baseball team.
No.
I'm not a Met fan.
I'm a Met fan.
No, I'm the Mets
Yankee
fan.
fan. That's him.
That's me.
That's you. I don't want you.
That's it. I thought you were a Yankee fan.
No, both of them.
This guy, he's got the emblem tattooed on his
Not
arm.
anymore. Not anymore.
So now you two can hug.
They're done.
Yep.
Sorry, I was waiting for a burp. Nobody else has anything to say.
No, my brother Jimmy gets a lot of tattoos, and I noticed he's really into like those spike shows like Ink Masters and Tattoo Nightmares. Do you think those are good
Can of
representations?
worms.
I get asked this question every day, and no.
No. Okay.
No. Anyone worth their salt probably wouldn't go on a show like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like exploiting, you know. It's probably like you guys.
I mean, I'm sure you know people who were invited. I mean, wasn't Nick invited on a show like that and he turned it down or some shit like
we
that?
get emails weekly. You
Yeah.
know, they just want anybody.
Yeah.
You know. And I understand people wanting to get paid for it. You know. Half of those retards don't even realize that they're making like. All right, for instance, I don't want to mention any names, but some little fucking douche on Staten Island that went on the show. I'm not going to mention names. Made himself look like a complete fucking asshole. You're going to go on television. At least come correct. You're going to go in there and make yourself look like a complete asshole.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're an idiot. So, I mean, that's what I would never do.
Act like a professional.
Yeah.
Mention names?
No, I'm not going to mention names. No. You know who you
So now there's a lot of especially with the more tattoo shops there are, which I think is it directly comes from all of these ink shows, that there's so many more shops around, that you have a lot of people now when they're going for tattoos, which I'm sure they did even when there wasn't as many, but it seems you have more bargain hunters,
Oh, yeah.
now for tattoos. And I've always agreed with the term that good work ain't cheap and cheap work ain't good.
Well, don't come to me for that stuff.
That's not true.
But I mean, a lot of people like argue with you over price, and how do you handle that?
We don't get that many in. I mean, not to pat our own back, but we have a pretty decent reputation. So most of the people that come, they know what they're gonna get themselves into. Before.
Right.
And most of it's like, word of mouth or referral. Once in a while, you get some cheapskate with fucking $150 pair of sneakers on that they won't spend money on a tattoo.
Right.
Which makes no sense to me.
I'm sorry, I just had a flashback to working retail at Staples.
not retail.
You'd spend like 45 minutes selling this guy a computer, and he's crying poverty, saying, I could barely, trying to do accessories and everything, and he, says it's not going to happen. Meanwhile, when you tell him, okay, the bill's $900, and he pulls out this giant wad of nothing but hundreds, and just throws it down, and I'm just staring like, yeah, you didn't have any money. Sorry.
But I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people who come in and want, but plenty of people who come in and want shit fixed or touched up.
Yeah, that I make a pretty decent amount of money, turd polishing.
Yeah, turd polishing.
Yeah. Even a big.
I mean, like, what percentage would you say that is of, like, say, I don't know, if you had to say a week, how shop wide, not just you.
Shop wide, there's 6 of us there. I mean, we at least do 2 each a week, probably.
2 each a week. Wow.
At least.
And is it usually something small or something that was,
Well,
bigger?
I wish that the good listeners could actually see what I actually covered up today, you'd probably have
Really?
a shit fit. Yeah,
What did it look like?
it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I can actually show you a picture.
Well, I mean, more than likely the person isn't listening. So you can let us know what it is.
Can you describe what it was?
It was a portrait of their child. It was done by a.
I gotta say, I get a little joy out of seeing like horrible like portrait tattoos. Like I don't like the fact that they exist, but some of them are just so bad. I
Yeah,
just
but
like how.
wait, Tiger, wait till you see that.
Yeah. Well, look at how bad tattoos.
This is a gem.
Give him the ammo.
Oh,
Give him
God,
the
I
ammo.
wanna see
Oh, here we go. This is a gem. This is done by a local town.
Oh no! Oh man, that should be on the website.
That looks like a zombie child in a Dan Marino fucking
Kids got shit.
Yeah, holy shit. So did you have on the glasses when you looked at this tattoo? And you saw that it was an
I was
alien?
thinking about Roddy Piper.
Holy shit. Wow. Wow.
Free.
I guess it wouldn't be a good idea to give that to our cameraman and let them show that on YouTube.
The girl was actually a nice girl, but you know the problem is a lot of people are ignorant.
But wait, she went to a place and she gave them a photo or whatever, and that's what they came up with.
Yeah.
And was she pleased with it for a while and then realized this is horrible, or did she immediately come running to you?
No, she came. It was still healing.
It was still healing.
So what is this?
Yeah, I can see it now. Now that it's close up, I can see
I
it.
don't have a picture of her.
I wanted to show my wife.
Yeah, I'd like to
Could
see
you say
the
how,
after.
what did you do to try to fix that?
Yeah, really, like how do you start?
Non-existent God.
Like I can understand covering up a name, you do some filigree or a flower or some shit. But I mean, like that, what do you make a different child? Because you just tell them, look, we're gonna have to lie. Okay, we're gonna say your kid is gorgeous, and I'm gonna fix it.
Or just add it up, and just tell people that it's the zombie.
My wife she was coming forward from the couch to take a look at it, and then she just shrunk back in fear. She didn't even want to touch your phone.
Here, Mike.
Holy shit.
Here's a picture of my neighbor's kid. Try to make it look like that. I'll just tell everyone it's mine.
But we just try not to laugh.
Yeah, wow.
It's usually when people walk out the door's not even closed yet. Just start fucking laughing.
But now that looks like a fairly large tattoo.
It's large. Normally I wouldn't,
Is that one sitting now?
No, I've been on it 2 sittings now trying to color it.
Okay, and I mean, is that one of the tougher ones?
It's not easy. Absolutely not. It's not something for beginners.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it tougher because it's not fully healed too, or does that not make a difference?
Well, I won't touch it till it's fully healed. But unfortunately, whoever did it, probably should have their fucking hands broken. Fucked them up so bad that it's not going to be fully healed probably for like months.
Yeah. Are there tattoo schools?
Yeah, there is.
Do you think they're bullshit?
Yeah, absolutely.
You think apprenticing is the way to go?
Yeah.
And now, what would it take? Honestly, I mean, not just for you, but for somebody you respect as a tattooer. What would it take for somebody to take on an apprentice?
No.
Like, what would you need to see from someone aside from? I mean, does it matter?
Well, me personally, the only person I would ever teach is my kid if he ever wanted to learn. But hopefully, he'd want to do something better than that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that I've always dug about you and everybody else at Bound for Glory and a couple of other of my friends who are tattooers at other shops is the whole fact that you're purists. This is important to you. It's not just a paycheck. It's something that you love, that you have a lot of respect for, and respect for the history. Which I mean, I don't know. What would your advice be to someone who's like, hey, I want to be a tattooer?
Stay in school.
Like you mean like high school?
Don't do it. Get a city job.
I'm pretty sure Mike told me that one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the best advice you
told
can
me
give
that
somebody. People ask all the time, you don't want to do this fucking shit, especially now.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone and their mother wants to do it.
Yeah.
Actually, those were his exact words.
Yeah.
There's no money left in it. Unless you're established, you're never gonna,
Mm-hmm.
or you're a fucking, some kind of whiz kid, you're
Yeah.
not gonna make money. And it takes years and years to make the kind of money you need to support a family.
You still love it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love it and hate it at the same time.
What is it that you hate?
The people. If it wasn't for the fucking people, it would be the greatest job in the world.
You mean the people that you're tattooing?
Yeah.
Some of them?
Some of them.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. No. You once, you know, the good thing is you meet a lot of different kind of people.
Yeah.
You know,
The cust.
you learn that human beings are probably the lowest form of fucking life on earth. There's some, you know, once in a while you meet somebody and it's like, oh, this is why I haven't gone on a fucking killing spree yet. There's still good people. You know, there's still good people like the people like fucking comic book Jones, of course.
Like, if you had to give like a ratio, how often is it that somebody walks in the door, they want a tattoo, and you get really jazzed because you like the ideas they bring, and you know it's going to be something that you know you can be creative with, and I mean, do you appreciate being able to be more creative with something?
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it needs extra working, but it's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, depending on what it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
So is it often that somebody comes in and you're like, all right, cool, you know, I got an appointment, you know, with this guy today, and it's something new, and you know, I'm wondering what it is, and, you know what I mean?
If that never happened, I probably wouldn't do
Yeah.
it anymore.
Mhm.
You know, it happens enough
Mhm.
when you get to do cool stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But even the cool stuff you get to do sometimes is, you know, the people don't really know. Like lately, the new fad now is like the Guido's getting like traditional stuff.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's like.
But like hearts and
Like,
I love mom.
Like now it's like fucking the Day of the Dead shit. It's like, man, motherfucker, you ain't Mexican.
Right. So they got like what, like sugar skulls and shit?
Yeah, you
Oh,
know,
really?
it's cool to do it, but at the same time, it's like I feel.
So they hate Mexicans. The majority of them hate Mexicans,
Yeah.
but they want Mexican tattoos.
Yeah, I mean, I understand
interesting.
why they
Like
want it
Ed
better.
Hardy
It looks kind of
Yeah.
cool, but you know, you get bent in different ways. Like part of you's like, fuck it, just get something that looks cool. But part of it's like, you know, don't get something you really don't know the meaning of, just because you saw it on a fucking commercial.
How much input do you give somebody?
I give whatever I can, and then I shut my mouth after a while. Some people just can't.
If they're adamant enough, you're just like, all right, fuck it.
That was gonna be
I
my
needs to
question,
get paid,
actually.
you know.
Yeah, right, of
Diapers
course.
are expensive.
Yeah,
you
man.
know that shit.
Absolutely, I do.
Yeah. So I need to get paid. I try to, you know, steer people in the right direction, but you know, people are fucking dumb. They see something in their friend, they want the same exact thing. So
Yeah.
after a while, I'm just like, yeah, fuck it,
Fucking sheep.
I'll do it. You know.
Are you done getting tattooed? I mean, is there anything that you personally? I mean, like, do you draw a design? Like, if you're getting tattooed, do you draw a design for yourself,
No,
or
no,
just
no,
you just
no.
go and you talk?
I hate my drawings too much to fucking draw something.
Right.
To go on my body, you know.
So you'll go.
Nick usually does my tattoos.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I don't have to pay for them.
So I mean, is there anything that's on your body that's a work in progress right now?
Pretty much all of it.
Mhm.
I'm doing like massive amounts of cover-ups from bad mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we make bad mistakes. Most of the tattoo artists that I know have bad tattoos. You know,
Yeah.
especially the ones that started when I started.
Mhm.
They didn't have the internet. It was kind of like, you know, nowadays fucking you get these jerk-offs coming in with their phone, Google. You know, back then you walked in, you kept your mouth shut.
Yeah.
Because if you fucking mouthed off, you probably would have got kicked out or got your ass kicked.
Mhm.
So you just got whatever the fuck they gave you when you were happy with it.
Yeah.
You just felt like a badass for getting a tattoo. Now it's like, you know, everyone's like, oh, but you know, I want 3 lines instead of 2. And, you know, they're all fucking.
So where?
Everyone's an expert.
Yeah, everyone's an expert.
So where did it come from? Your love for, was it getting tattooed first? You know, and did you have a significant amount before you decided that you wanted to be a tattooer, or?
No, I started tattooing
It went-
myself and immediately fucking started working after that. I mean, I went about it the completely wrong way.
Mhm.
You know, fortunately, I worked with people that helped me out. I didn't have an apprenticeship or nothing like that.
Oh, really?
No one was giving them out
Mhm.
when I started. People like, people, everything was on the hush hush, which is a smart way to do it. You teach 5 people how to fucking tattoo, and you know, there's 5 less 30 less clients you're gonna get
Yeah.
for each one of those. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Why would you want to take money out of your own pocket?
So how did you hook up with Nick and you guys started Bound for Glory?
Oh, it's a funny story. Man. Well, I've been friends with Nick a long time, but
I mean, I pretty much know
me
it,
and
but
Nick used to work at different shops, and
Nick was at Fly Right.
Yeah, no, but this is even before
Before
Fly
that.
Right. Yeah.
I remember Nick had his own spot. That's the first place
Yeah,
I went and got
he
tattooed.
had his own spot.
Down on Bay Street.
Down on Bay Street. You know, the first time I met Nick, there was like something going on between, you know, someone said I said something about his body piercer, and he called me up and said he was going to hit me with a bat. And
Nick told you he was going to hit you.
Nick called me up and said he was going to hit me with a bat.
All right. I wasn't sure if it was the body piercer.
Yeah, and I said, come fucking hit me with a bat. And then nothing happened, and we ran into each other a couple months later, and we were friends, you know?
Yeah.
We've been friends ever since.
But now, when you ran into each other a couple months later, did you realize this is a guy who wanted to hit you with a bat, or you just started talking?
I knew who he was.
Oh, you knew who he was.
Yeah,
all right.
I knew who he was.
Right.
You know, Nick's crazy, but he has got a heart of gold.
Mm-hmm. He's got that Napoleon complex.
Yeah, he wouldn't hit me with a bat.
No.
Actually, he might have.
See, now he might hit you with a bat just to make himself laugh.
Yeah. Well, yeah, or light me on fire.
Right. Or Photoshop your face on a bunch of fucking pictures.
I can't even take a shit in the shop anymore because I'll sitting there and, you know, whoever fucking built that place made the fucking right decision of putting the light switch on the outside of the bathroom.
Yes.
So you'll be fucking sitting there taking a shit, and the fucking lights will go off, and you'll hear Nick giggling, and then flames shoot out from under the door. Because he'll stick a match under the door and spray it with fucking like some flammable weapon. Well, you know, well, Dave made the, you know, Dave.
Yeah, Dave Morris,
the
yeah.
idea of bringing a whole bunch of fireworks back, and you know, Nick destroyed the bathroom, fucking fireworks in the toilet bowl. These things happen on a daily basis.
Dave and Nick are both comic fans as well.
Yeah, no, Nick's a huge.
You guys talk comics a lot at the shop?
No.
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 I know you picked up Saga and you were trying to get Nick to read it.
He was.
Saga and what else? You said something else.
You got Revival.
Clones.
Clone.
Clones is good. I'm up to date on Revival, and I just started reading the other one you gave me yesterday. What is it?
American Vampire?
What's his done? Horrible.
Danny
Oh, Danny Unharmable? You digging that?
I'm digging it a lot.
Isn't that
Yeah,
good?
it's good. It's good.
It's funny and it's fucked up.
Yeah,
It's just like
funny.
you.
Yeah.
I read the first issue of that. Quite disturbing.
You found it disturbing? I thought it was funny.
Yes. Oh no, it was hysterical. But when he pulls that one thing out, I wasn't expecting that.
I haven't gotten past the first trade yet, but I'm digging it so far.
So, as far as tattoos at the shop, what is the Superman symbol the most fucking popular tattoo?
We've
got
done it.
fucking
We've done
Superman.
it, and it's always on some dude who probably isn't very super. But
We have a lot of customers who've come in who've gotten
I
comic
tattoo a
tattoos
lot of
from
comic
you.
book Jones customers.
Yeah.
Do you? Yeah, because we definitely, they come back and they tell us that they've been there and
Yeah,
whatnot, and
yeah.
We have
You know.
business cards.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, there's a stack. You guys, I see you guys pushing them all the time.
Well, even we have people come in and they ask us like, who do we go to? I'm like, well, what I say personally is I'm like, everyone here has gotten tattooed from Bad for Glory except me, but I will one day.
I mean, between me, Tiger, and Waffle, we're like walking advertisements for the shop.
One day.
And I always cringe a little bit when I have some 57-year-old bro say to me, "Bro, where you get your ink?"
Who's the best?
They're good. They're good.
Who's the owner?
They give you a good price. I tell them no. They probably couldn't afford them. But
Probably
so
doing us a favor. Right?
no, right, exactly. No, I swear to God.
I believe it.
I definitely, there's people who have asked, and I won't give them a card, or I'll
I
just be like,
appreciate
no,
it,
yeah,
because-
I go here and there.
Me and Nick try to fuck each other like that all the time.
Oh, really? It's like send each other assholes.
Oh, yeah, you know, like if the transvestite comes in and they want to get a tattoo in like a weird spot, I'll try to push them towards Nick or something.
It's a shame Heather isn't here.
But
She has had tattoo problems in the past, hasn't she?
yeah. And I had a massive tattoo problem.
She probably could have gotten the consult.
I don't know
Well-
what Heather has. Tony, tell stories.
Oh, she went to this place that her friend worked at. She did the piercing there, so she wanted to get a tattoo from her boyfriend who worked there. And the idea was like, well, she couldn't do it, so she passed off to this girl. And the girl took like 2 hours to get like one fucking little piece done. And then it wasn't until like a couple of days after we realized not only was it not healing properly, it was like completely fucked up. And so we came to the conclusion, it's like, alright, so this person just completely fucked the tattoo up. And now we're trying to get something against her. And it's like, oh, well, no. You know, it just completely sucks altogether. So she's been trying to get it fixed up. You know, she doesn't have a lot of cash right now. She had to go to the fucking hospital for it. This person just...
Hospital?
Yeah, like completely fucked up job.
Yeah, but let's be fair. I had to go to the hospital with a hangnail. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if I had to put a round number out there, I'd definitely say it's like one of the worst fucking times she actually had to go.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Like,
I saw
for
it.
a few weeks and everything.
This
like,
is a local shop.
Local shop, yeah.
yeah, the shop's not there
We don't want to
anymore.
give them any free advertising.
Let me guess, is this shop on the South Shore?
No, it's somewhere I think around Annandale maybe.
That's
South
Shore.
That's the South Shore.
Yes, yes.
I know exactly.
You know your
It's
island.
pretty
baby.
funny that I know who you're talking about, but like I said, no names.
The reputation precedes that person very well. It fucks.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You can only blame those people. You know, and I hate to say this because I don't even know your girlfriend, but she probably should have done her research a little bit better.
Well, that's a problem I find with a lot of people who come in here and they see that I have tattoos, and I'm sure it happens to Tiger, and they want to talk to you about them, and they tell you a little bit of their horror stories and whatnot, and you know, you almost you want to tell people like, look, then go somewhere where somebody's good.
I doubt you
You're
have
putting
any horror
something.
stories.
I'll never understand price shopping for something that you're putting permanently on your body. I don't fucking get it. Price shop for your sneakers. Price shop for a fucking car. Why are you price shopping for a tattoo? It doesn't
It doesn't make sense.
make sense at all.
You're gonna forget about that money. You know?
Yeah. And you're gonna be happy with what you have on
Exactly.
your body, especially when you look at it, or
It's
other people look at it,
I mean,
they'll
nothing's
grimace.
permanent, but you know, it's kind of permanent, I suppose.
But anyway, so you kind of didn't answer. Like, what is there? Are people getting like more Walking Dead tattoos right now because
I
it's
haven't done a
popular?
Walking Dead, but we've done lots of
Zombies,
zombies.
lots of
It just kinda
zombies and
pisses
shit.
me off.
Didn't you do,
Zombies are
Gore's
kinda cool
Walking
now,
Dead?
but- Who?
Gore, who used to work here?
No,
Oh.
I don't think I did.
No, he never.
I did like a face hugger.
Yeah, you did.
I
Yeah,
did a face hugger and I did an event. I think the Avengers symbol on them.
yeah.
I think those are the only two tattoos I did on them. But
But so I mean, like Spider-Man. I mean,
yeah, no, I've recently done. I don't know if the kid shop's here, but I'm sure he does. I did.
Spider-Man is popular as Jesus.
You did a recent Spider-Man on someone
Spider-Man could actually probably walk on water. Jesus wasn't real, but
Isn't Sean?
no, I'm only
Yes,
kidding. I don't
that's
want to
fine.
offend anybody. That's my personal.
Yeah,
No, that's fine.
The customer versus Sean Adams, he just got Spider-Man.
I just actually tattooed his wife today. I did Captain America on his ribs as well.
Awesome.
Captain America.
Very cool.
I'm sure we'll see that next week.
Yeah, no, it's all Yo. Looks good. He looks good. He's a cool kid.
Mhm.
Very nice.
But
I did a
do
Spider-Man on
Green
him,
Lantern
and the other, one of the other customers did a Spider-Man on him. And actually, Spider-Man's probably been the most popular.
I mean, I'm figuring because I feel like the character I see tattooed most on people is Spider-Man. I feel like
Spider-Man.
it's because he's really dynamic. You know,
Yeah.
you can find a lot of dynamic drawings of him and stuff.
Yeah,
You know, I imagine that tattooing the webs on can be a pain in the
it's
ass.
a big pain in the ass.
Yeah. But then now, with that, there's people who probably come to you with a lot of different artists' renditions.
Of Spider-Man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of Spider-Man. You
Yeah.
know, I'm sure you're familiar with like Todd McFarlane.
He's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty ignorant when it comes to Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I mean, I
he's the
actually-
one with the real busy webs. You know.
Yeah, he actually the only. I mean, I read some Spider-Man when I was a kid, but the only full series I read of Spider-Man was the one that Todd McFarlane did.
Uh-huh.
With, who was in it? I think Wolverine was in it.
He created Venom at the beginning of his run.
Yeah,
You got a lot of Venom tattoos?
I have done a couple.
A couple, yeah.
Yeah. You name. I've done. I actually haven't done Wolverine. He's probably one of the only ones I haven't done.
Do you have any comic tattoos? No.
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 Would you get any? Dan the Unharmable?
No. No. I don't think so. I might. If something was cool enough. I see stuff that's kind of cool, but I don't want to like be, that person that's into a comic for like a month or two.
Yeah, right on.
You know?
No, of course.
I think it all looks cool. I'm just not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Have you ever done a Green Lantern tattoo?
No.
Well, you will one day. That'll be a good day.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
Michael. Thank you so much. Also, Mike, just because I don't remember off the top of my head, just plug the shop, please. Give a phone number, give websites.
Bound for Glory Tattoo, 644 South Forest Avenue, Staten Island, New York. Can't even know the number.
I don't know.
347-695-7255.
Hey, look at you. Good for you.
That's it, boundforglorytattoo.com, and follow us on Instagram.
Yeah. Now, you have Twitter?
No, I don't.
No? Okay. What about you personally?
Uh,
Tumblr, any of that
I
shit?
have an Instagram.
That you, all right.
That's it. Just
So Mike
I mean, do you have
BFG, right?
Mike B_BFG.
There you go. Very cool. So if you want to check out Mike's work, jump on there, check it out.
Or don't.
You won't be disappointed. No, do. You should. You honestly should. So, Mike, thanks a lot, brother.
Thanks.
Mike.
Thanks,
Seriously
Mike.
appreciate it, man.
Woo!
Woo!